Okay, so we'll call the meeting to order, and I'll start off with the land acknowledgement. We would like to begin by respectfully acknowledging that the town of Shelburne resides within the traditional territory and ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe, including the Ojibwe, Potawatomi, Chippewa, and the peoples of the Three Fires Confederacy. These traditional territories upon which we live, work, and play and learn, excuse me, are steeped in rich Indigenous history and traditions. It is with this statement that we declare to honor and respect the past and present connection of Indigenous peoples with this land, its waterways, and resources. Okay, so we'll start with the adoption of the agenda. Anybody got anything they want to change on the agenda or add to the agenda before we adopt it the way it is? If not, move on
Alice,
to,
Alice,
oh,
am I supposed to speak about the DMC thing? Oh, never mind. I see it.
yeah, we
5.1.
haven't got there yet. We're just
Yeah. Yeah.
going,
No, I'm just wondering
hello.
if it was on the agenda. It is. It's all good.
Okay, I gotta move this over here so I can move my screen down again. Oh, get back here, get back here. It's just moving too quickly. Okay, so just give me a second here. So can I get somebody to move the adoption of the agenda if there's no changes or anything?
I'll move.
Okay, Deb, and seconded by
I'll second it.
Kyle. All in favor? And that's carried. And any declarations of pecuniary interest for any of the items on the agenda? If not, move on to the adoption of the minutes of the Arts and Culture Committee for June the 4th, the last meeting we had. And is there any changes or anything you wanted to clarify or refer to from the last meeting? And again, I can't see anybody's hand. I only can see Deb right now, so.
You do
Anyway,
see
so
me?
pardon?
Did you say you do see me?
I can see you, but I can't see anybody else.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay, so. So can I get somebody to verbally tell me if you'd like to move adoption of the minutes?
I'll move.
Yep. Okay, seconded by,
I'll second it.
okay, Kyle. All in favor? And that's carried. Okay, so moving on to discussion items. 5.1 is the update on the festival partnership with Dufferin Muslim Center. Bella, did you want to talk about that?
Thank you. It was a great festival. We had it, as you know, at the
Mhm.
center, and we have great photos with Kyle. He came to represent the committee, and he made a
Good.
great speech. He looked very different. He had a beard and goatee. So when he first walked in, I didn't know who he was. And then he spoke. We had some other supporters speak, and we made sure each vendor, we had the whole area was surrounded by vendors, and in the middle we also had vendors go down. It was really great. We had different cultural clothing, we had mehndi, we had jewelry, and we gave a chance to local businesses to sell their
Mhm.
items. Usually this should happen before Eid, where we buy clothing for Eid, because it's like it's not mandatory, but it's like a very close mandatory to buy clothing twice a year, and it's for the two Eids, which you can wear throughout the whole year. So
Mhm.
usually people go to this festival to buy the clothing. So next year, if we do it, we're gonna try and make sure we do it before Eid. We just couldn't plan quick enough, but it was great. Thank you so much to the Arts and Heritage Committee here for partnering, and we had the newspaper cover it.
Oh, that's great. So how
Yeah,
many, do you have an idea how many people you had there?
we didn't take a sign-in list, but at all times it was, nicely not it wasn't full, but there were people at all times.
Okay, okay.
And we were so lucky. There was a comic fair downstairs. And so those folks were coming upstairs because they were hungry to buy the biryani or like, whatever. And so we got crowd because of that too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was really awesome. And then we had donations from Tim Hortons for coffee for all throughout the evening, I mean, afternoon. We had Mary Brown's and we had some samosas that we bought, and it was just good.
Mhm. Good.
We were able to make all the payments and all the invoices are balanced. So we didn't make money from it, but the point of this wasn't to make money from it. It was more awareness
Yeah.
of who we are and to get along with our neighbors. People still like, I mean, it's still hard for people, right? To to hang out and see,
Mhm.
different cultures. But you know what? A lot of people came out.
That's good. Yeah, I think it's nice to have something like that. We'll try it again maybe next year.
Yeah, it was really
It'll
great.
get
Yeah, next
bigger as
year.
we go along.
Yeah. Alice had the check from the partnership ready quite soon after. We
Mhm.
sent in our receipts and invoices, and yeah, everything's done.
Good. Okay, so the next item is Fridays in the park. And I know, are you there, Lindsay?
Yep.
Do you want to just let them know, like when we had that first table that we had quite a lot going on between you and I.
Yeah, it was, we attended the first one. And yeah, it was really good. Like there was a lot of people, they came over, we were chatting with them, we made tons of buttons. The kids loved the
Oh, yeah,
button.
they kind of.
Some came back 2 and 3 times and we're like, okay, it's supposed to be 1 button per person.
But we still had them.
Yeah, I can't remember. Alice, do you remember how many you had put aside for us initially? And then I went back and got more.
I'm sorry, it's been a bit since
I
the
know.
event, but I want to say it was either 200 or 250. I
Yeah,
can't
I think
remember which
I think
though.
you're right. It had to be somewhere around that 200 mark for sure. And then yeah, I went back and grabbed another bit more. So, I think we definitely did at least say 200 buttons. We handed out some brochures, some keychains. Everybody loved the keychains when they got one. They were like, "This is so awesome." Yeah, so, pretty all positive for the most part, with everyone asking about the movies, and we give out the little bookmarks and stuff with the movie dates and event on them. So people seem to be pumped about the upcoming movies for that. And yeah, so it was a good night. I unfortunately could only make one of them, but
I
the
just
one
made
that I
one of
did
them
make
too.
was good.
Yeah, the other thing too, I found, because you were looking after the buttons and I was looking after the heritage brochures. I couldn't believe how many young couples were really excited about the heritage aspects of things that we were doing that they had no idea. So that's really good to get that exposure for that.
Yeah, that's true. Like the walking brochure, they were kind of excited to actually do it.
Yeah.
Kind of walk around and look at the homes that correspond to the information in the pamphlet. So yeah, that was really cool and refreshing to see as well.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, what else? Let me just see if I can get this thing to move down here.
Sorry, Linda, just before you move on from that,
Yeah.
is the committee interested in participating in Fridays in the park if they are held again next year?
Yeah, I think maybe not every one of them, but at
Yeah.
least one.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just going to make a note of
timing was
that
good.
in the minutes.
Okay. Okay, so the next item is movies in Grace Tippin Hall. As far as the update on the June 26th movie, did you want to say anything, Deb?
I wasn't at the June movie. I was at the August movie.
Oh, okay.
We had 6 people,
Oh,
2 of which were the girl that works for the town's kids. So
Yeah.
3 adults, and actually we had 5 kids, 5 people. We had 3 adults and 2 children that were there because their mother dragged them.
Yeah.
So
One of them was also
Lindsay and I
Lindsay.
talked about it, and we feel like doing it in the summer is probably not a good idea.
Yeah, because they're all running around doing other things, I think.
Yeah.
So,
It was a gorgeous day,
It was.
and yeah,
Yeah, it was
if we're
really
gonna
nice.
keep doing
So-
it, we should do it like in the fall when it's cooler or winter, giving them something to do.
Hmm.
You know, in the summer, they have enough
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think like one of the kids was my kid as well. So and then she brought her friends.
Did you
So
drag her in?
I made them come.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a student volunteer show up as well, which was kind of nice, but he just had to basically sit there because we sold a couple of popcorns and a couple of drinks. I bought a couple of popcorns and a couple of drinks as well. So yeah, unfortunately, the weather was beautiful, and I just think that kind of kept people maybe away. It was one of the last, really nice weekends in the summer. Figured people were probably at the beach. So I think, we, as I said, or as Deb mentioned, we kind of discussed it. And I think if we do one in the summer, I think it has to be at Fiddle Park and outside. So
Yeah.
that way, it gives a different sort of venue, feel, activity, right? Like it could be almost like a nighttime kind of thing, as dusk is setting, so that it's more like a drive-in, but without the drive-in aspect, right? They'll be walking in and sitting with their chairs. So I think, I know that that's tricky because it's reliant upon nice weather. But I guess in that case, if that were to happen, then the fall backup would be Grace Tippling Hall, right?
Yeah.
Like if we found that the weather was scheduled to be really nasty, rain or whatever, then we could say, okay, in case of bad weather, the venue now switches over to Grace Tippling Hall, and we just kind of keep that hall open if we can for that specific day.
Mhm.
And then that way we could still run the movie, we just at a different location, right? But I think if we did do something, outside, it would probably be pretty cool and hopefully well received. But it just, didn't go as well as we thought maybe it would in the summer.
Yeah.
But I think Beetlejuice is going to be amazing, and I do think that December is going to be really awesome as well. My fingers are crossed, but I really can't see it not being, at least a half of a full house, right?
Mhm.
I talked to my daughter about it, and she said she saw nothing as far as advertising was concerned. And
Okay.
she suggested that we put something out to the schools, that the schools can send something home with the kids in their, I don't know, monthly newsletter or whatever, so that it goes there.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not so feasible anymore because it
Oh.
has to go through approval through the board now. We can't just go to the school and ask them if we can
Oh,
send
okay.
something home. It has to go through the board, and it has to get approval from the board, and then it has to go to the school for approval from the school. So, and that apparently could be a 3 to 4 month process.
Oh, for
That's
goodness
insane.
sake. Do better, Upper Grand.
Oh,
I could be wrong, but that's what I have.
you're probably not.
So
Don't have,
Oh, that was
we
what
have,
I was told about the art show too, that,
Yeah.
we did put the information on the town's social media. We did put the information on the town's website, and it was the very first thing that popped up on the website.
Yep.
We did also put it in the newspaper. So it's,
Yeah, I think
you
it's
know,
probably
I know.
more summer issue than the private,
Yeah.
fall or winter, need more people coming.
It's hard because I shared it all over as well, right? I shared it in both the Q&As. I shared it on, the Dufferin family group event page, which has like 20,000 people. I shared it on. There's another one as well. There's two, and a couple other just the Alliston Q&A page, the Dundalk Q&A page. Like I shared it all over those areas as well, right? Probably at least 12 different groups that I shared it to personally, and more than once. But it's hard because if you're not on that group at that specific time, you're probably not going to see it, right?
Yeah.
So we do our best, but I know it's hard. It is hard. I think once maybe it becomes sort of a routine, right?
Yeah,
Like
I
once
get
we,
to know that it's happening.
yeah, then people are gonna expect them to be happening and they're gonna be looking for them, right? They're gonna be looking for the information because they're like, hey, one of those, movie nights got to be coming up soon, right? And then they're gonna go on and they're gonna Google when is the next movie night, blah, 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 right? So I think it's just because it's so new and it's just the first year we're trying this, that it's still hard. It's not necessarily reaching a lot of people, but once we have it happening more than 1 year, it's going to be sort of expected, right? And then people are going to just know that they're happening.
What if we put it on the electronic signs the sign coming into
Mhm.
town and at the town hall? That'd be something people see when they're
Yep.
slowed down at a light.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And it doesn't need to be, too much information, just literally like movie night, the date, Beetlejuice, free.
Yeah.
Very Sibling Hall. Right? Like
And
just
they
so
go,
because
where's
you see
Kipling
those
Hall?
things so fast when you're driving by, like you just really need the very basic of information so people can see it and acknowledge it, right?
Mhm.
But that would be great. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, the next item
Oh,
is,
Sorry.
I have my hand
Bella
up.
has her hand up.
Sorry,
Pardon?
I forgot you can't see me.
no,
I just want to say we did everything possible for this event for promotions. What I found though, if for the future event, phoning people, I know that sounds like it's really time consuming, but the people that actually showed up, I mean, I posted on, for example, our DMC one, we posted it on Facebook, newspaper, etc. And even the town, but I found that the ones that showed up were people that I called.
yeah,
Or the other committee members called. So I don't know if you
Mm.
want to do that in the future. It is time consuming.
so how many people did you have
I went
contacted?
through my whole phone book of Shelburne contacts and then they came.
Oh, okay,
Like my personal friends.
Yeah.
And other people too. So, but we posted in the city, the only people that were not on our phone that showed up were people that came from downstairs for the from the comic
Right.
book fair. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, well, it's like everything else, like once they get used to something happening and they expect it to happen the next year, then you're probably gonna get more and more coming as time goes by.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so the item 5.4, update on the
Actually,
heritage.
Linda, before you
Oh,
move on, can we
sorry.
just discuss the October and the December events?
Oh, did I forget that? Oh, I just saw Beetlejuice we were discussing. I forgot about the elf.
So
Movie.
just if I can get some feedback from Deb and Lindsay who were there about, because there was back and forth with the committee about the selling of not commissions. Yeah,
Selling of
Concession.
concessions.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
know what you
That's the
meant.
word I'm looking for. How did that go? What is your thoughts on
Yeah,
the
I mean,
concessions, especially with 2 more events coming up?
the people who showed up definitely wanted something, right? Like, I mean, this is the problem. We didn't have a lot of people show up, but everybody who showed up actually bought something.
Yeah.
So, I think the popcorn was a pretty good idea. There wasn't too, I mean, again, there wasn't a whole lot of people, but really when we were cleaning up the hall, there was like no garbage. So they were really good that way. The people who were there, and like I said, most of them were kids, and the kids did really like a really great job not making a mess. But then I find sometimes that kids behave better than some adults, so I'm just gonna keep that to myself. But yeah, like we sold, again, at least 2 or 3, no, four pops, I think. But again, there was only like 6 people, so 4 or 5 bags of popcorn, couple of I think a bag of chips and a chocolate bar or something like that, I believe is what we kind of sold. So the prices were very fair. Like $1.50 for, I think it was a can of pop, $1 for the popcorn. It might have been $1.50 for the chocolate bar and or chips, I think, or as high as $2.
That's pretty good.
But very, very reasonably priced that way. So, I mean, personally, I think it would still go over well, if we had it. So yeah, I mean, one person did bring their own snack, which was awesome. And then Jess bought him popcorn, I think. So, because he didn't have any money. So she's like, I'll get you popcorn. But yeah, I do think if people are coming, that it would generate revenue.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, and then the other question that I had just before you move on, Linda, if it's okay. So the October 25th and December 13th.
Right.
Is anybody know for sure that they are not available to attend? Is everybody planning on attending those two? Jessica just needs to know if it's going to be committee run or if she needs to be
Right.
coming in to
Yeah.
work those days.
Right.
I'm
I,
more flexible then too, because summer is busy, so it's just hard to get there on the 26th.
yeah, I should be okay unless there's like a really big hockey thing that I kind of need to take one of the kids because Jeff and I, we split up sometimes and I have to go with one girl and he has to go with the other. But I don't think there's anything. So I'll grab my book and I'll send off an email as soon as we're done the meeting, just in case. I'll double check, but I do plan to be at both.
Me, October 25th is a maybe. December 13th is unfortunately definitely not available.
Okay, well, I'm sure between the bunch of us, we should be able
What
to.
are the dates again? Sorry, I'm just looking at my calendar.
October
December
25th,
13th.
December 13th.
October 13th, December 13th. Bear with me, I'm so sorry.
You can always get back to me, like send me an email. You don't have to respond right this instant, but
And those are,
I need October 25th and December 13th. They're Saturdays, both of them.
okay, October 25th, I'm not free. And what was the other one? December?
13th.
13th.
I'm working on October 25th. December 13th?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I'm not free either. We're dropping off turkeys to everyone at work. I'm so sorry.
that's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Well, that's okay. It just gives me an idea of what to tell Jessica at this point.
Right.
Are there any other dates?
No, those are the two right now.
Right now, I'm free both of those dates.
And I should be okay, so can't see
Okay,
why.
just let me know if anything changes, please.
Yeah.
And I'll let Jessica know this information for now. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so we're looking at the heritage plaque application for 119 First Avenue.
So this is an update that I put on, Linda.
Okay.
The committee will recall this request originally came to the committee actually a year ago now.
Yeah,
And the
a long time.
applicant was requesting the heritage plaque because they had noticed that their home was listed in the walking tour brochure
Right,
of historical homes. And the two programs are not connected. They're not the same program. The applicant did not provide any information other than what was provided in the brochure, and the numbers in the brochure don't match the information that the town had. So we asked the applicant
weird.
to do more research
Yeah,
and did not receive responses promptly, but finally received a response. The response basically is, you have this in your walking tour brochure, therefore you have the information, therefore it's correct. I'm not doing any more research. Either give me the plaque or take my house off the walking tour brochure.
very, very friendly person.
Wow.
Man.
So I'm not sure where the disconnect has been. They're not happy with the process. They're not happy with the fact that they were asked to do more research, that we
You
didn't
think they'd
do
be
the
happy to do it?
research. So I'm bringing it back to the committee, as it was the committee that said we would like more information. How would you like staff to proceed at this point?
Hmm.
So for me, first off, Alice, my apologies. I completely forgot that you had sent me correspondence
It's
with
okay.
regards to this. Until you
Don't worry
just
about it. It's okay.
right. I saw it on the agenda and I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. So
Yeah.
my
And
apologies.
it's just the individual, no longer wants to communicate with me, and I respect that, because I've been the one that's giving the negative
Well, you're the
response
bad
each
guy.
time. So
Of
they no
course.
longer want to communicate with me. So I respect that.
Okay.
But you know, I do have these certified funds from them, and it's not fair that we've been hanging on to these certified funds. They have made a request.
Right.
So, you know, obviously removing from a brochure that we just reprinted more of.
Yeah, it's not really possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so how,
Remind me what the issue was?
Uh,
The dates, the age of the
date.
house was wrong?
Yeah, the date of the house, the date
Yeah.
that the house was built, correct. So there's two
From-
different dates. There's one
yeah.
date that's in the brochure, and then there's another date that's in town records.
okay,
How much of a difference in the dates? Is it a number of years or?
It's about 10 years.
Oh, that's a big difference.
okay, that's a big difference. And I don't know who initially did the research for the walking brochure, so
And I don't either. I don't have
It-
that information, and that's what I've tried to explain
Way
is
back
that
in time.
it was
yeah.
way back. We don't have that information. It was a joint project with the County of Dufferin Museum. So, I mean,
Hmm.
it's completely 100% the committee's decision how you would like to proceed at this
Right.
point. If you do choose to go with the plaque, that's absolutely fine. Then we will have to decide, not we, you will have to decide what year to put on the plaque.
Right.
Do you want to match what the walking tour brochure says, or do you want to match what's on the town records?
Right.
So
Is
what's
this
the-
First Avenue West?
Give me one.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's on the,
Yeah, 'cause that's all the older homes
Yes.
there.
yeah, because it's on the agenda, I think the address as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't add the west. That was my
Oh,
mistake.
gotcha.
So how much of a difference in the years between what the museum has and what we had?
Yeah, well, and this
Okay.
is where I wonder, because I'm like, you would think that the town staff records are the legit records, right?
But
Like,
that's what's
Yeah,
in the
because-
taxes.
yeah,
Years ago, when I was on the committee originally, we went to the museum.
I have it built in
Okay.
1900.
okay,
And the walking tour brochure and the information that they put on the application says 1880.
20
Okay.
years
that's
difference.
20 years difference.
It's a big difference.
I mean, it still qualifies for a plaque, right? Like,
Correct.
so that's not an issue
Correct.
there. It's just what darn year we put on it
It just
and
comes across, yeah,
what
yeah.
year the homeowners are going to sort of accept, right? Like if we put 1900, they might be mad because they want what it says in the walking brochure, which is 1880. So, and then
The walking
put
brochure
1900
information was all verified years ago because I was on the committee back then.
yeah, so because if we put 1900 and it really was 1880, that's also not fair and it's
Yeah.
incorrect information. But if we put 1880 and it was 1900, again, we're back to the misinformation, right? The wrong numbers.
And this information with these plaques is just for the homeowner.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like it's not registered, it's
No.
not classifying the house as a historical home.
No,
It's not giving it any kind of historical
Not getting a
designation.
Yeah.
So it
So-
is for the homeowner and their benefit and their
Yeah.
pride in their property.
then I would just go with the walking brochure because we want the information to match up, right? I mean, we just reprinted them. We're gonna maybe still print them in the future. I mean, I guess at that point we could adjust something, but I don't know. Like just for me, I feel like for 20 years, I don't know. I don't feel like it's that much of a difference per se. And then at least the walking brochure matches the house. And I'm worried that if we do 1900 and not 1880, they're still not going to be, happy, which I can understand. And then they're going to want their house off the brochure anyways. And then we're stuck kind of with a bunch of brochures that we
Yeah,
can't do
and
it.
at this point, they might still say that they want that regardless. Like, but
true.
I mean,
Yeah. That's true.
So I'm just being honest with the committee.
Right, right. And I guess they have a right to be removed off the brochure, so,
And it would just be from future printings.
yeah, exact, yeah. So, I mean, it would be sad to lose them off the brochure. I mean, I don't know, if I had a historical home, I would love to have it kind of, acknowledged as such, right? But I understand having strangers walk by your house is also weird. So I get it, especially in today's world. There's some pretty weird people out there. Yeah, man, I'm so torn on this, but I guess I'm gonna have to stick with the 1880 for my vote.
Yeah, I have it, if I remember the house itself, 1880 something is more closely related to the style of the house.
Right.
Yeah, land
Maybe
registry's
somebody
been
at the-
known to be wrong.
What's that?
I said land registry's been known to be wrong.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. I mean, maybe they built it and then they stayed under the, radar for a couple of years, I'm 20. And then the town was like, no, you need to pay your taxes. And then they registered it and it was 1900, right? But really it was actually built in 1880. So, I mean, that's a possibility as well, even though I like to think that town records are correct. And it doesn't mean it's not correct. It just means there might have been some underlying circumstances which didn't register the house when it was initially built. It was registered later. Maybe it's a possibility. Things were done back then with pen and paper, and maybe it got lost, or who knows, right? There's a whole bunch of things that could be the reason why it wasn't registered in 1880, but yeah, it was built at that point.
So
Alice, do you want somebody from the committee to phone them?
Phone the client or the person?
well, there's two ways to do it. One, the committee can pass a resolution tonight to approve the plaque and decide which year you want to approve the plaque. And then it's should be done.
Mhm.
And then we order the plaque and provide it to them, or somebody from the committee could attempt to contact them and have a conversation with them. That is just going to delay the decision.
Yeah.
I'm fine with either option. I just believe that the resident would like some closure to this,
Yeah, one
as
way or
it
the
has been a year. So
Yeah.
Who contacted the museum to get that received that information?
to receive which information?
The later date?
I went on land registry.
And the town staff
Oh.
looked at what's in our tax information. Nobody from the committee or from staff has contacted the museum. That's what the committee asked that the resident do, and the resident has
Doesn't.
chosen not to do that.
Yeah. Do you think maybe it might be beneficial to contact the resident just to see what date they would prefer maybe on the plaque?
They put 1880 on
1880,
their
okay.
Well, I think we should
application.
stick with that date.
And
Okay, so
that
they
is the
want
date that's
1880.
in the walking tour, and that is their argument, that is what's in the
Yeah.
walking tour. That is the information that town
Yeah.
is using. So
Gotcha.
that is the date that they don't feel they should have to do more research, when this is the information that the town
Mhm.
is providing people.
Yeah, so I understand that, and that's obviously the date that they would like then, so, yeah.
So
My vote is
if
still,
that's what the committee wants, I would appreciate a resolution
Yeah.
from the committee, just so that we can put it in the minutes.
Yeah,
That this is the direction from the committee to staff,
okay.
please.
So if
Yeah.
I can get somebody to be a mover of that motion. To
Sure, I'll
continue
do
that date.
I can move it, or Kyle can move it, or I can second it, whatever works.
Either or.
Okay, so Lindsay, why don't you move it and Kyle
Sure.
can second it.
And
Sure.
we're doing for 18, they're approving the plaque for 1880, just for
Yeah.
my clarification.
Mhm.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Okay, so this
And if
traveling
somebody
museum,
from the committee would like to contact the resident and tell them the plaque has been improved, I'd be more than willing to let you do that. But if you want me to do that, absolutely, I could do that.
I can totally do that since I messed up
You didn't
before.
mess up, Lindsay.
and
How did
didn't
you mess it
reply.
up?
No, I had previously reached out to Lindsay to see if she would have a conversation with the resident,
Oh,
but
okay.
that didn't happen. So, okay,
Yeah.
I'll touch base with you tomorrow then, Lindsay.
Okay, that sounds
Thank
great.
you.
And I'll actually do it this time.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, so the Language Museum traveling exhibit, do we have anything to comment on that? Is that?
Yeah, so if the committee will recall, way back at the beginning of the year, the committee passed the resolution to get an Indigenous Language Museum exhibit for the last week of October, which is during the week of September 30th, which is the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation.
Mhm.
Dufferin County will be hosting an event for National Day of Truth and Reconciliation in Grace Tippling Hall on October the 1st. So this will actually
Okay,
tie in
I
well with that. When the committee had originally discussed it, I believe it was back in February, there was some conversation about saving the Purolator costs by potentially somebody picking it up and returning it. So I just wanted to bring it back to the committee just as a refresher reminder that this is coming for that last week. I haven't received any promotional material from them. I will be reaching out to them next week just to confirm that everything is still good. Do they have any promotional material? And then I'll be sharing it with you so that you can share it. And but I just wondered if anybody was still available and be interested in helping with the logistics of picking up and or returning the.
How big and how heavy is all this stuff?
So they're not heavy. They are multiple, I believe it's 6 of those like double-sided stands that you just kind of pull up and then they're on a.
Okay, because I have a big enough vehicle, I can lay it flat and put the back seats down as well.
And it's in Toronto that it has to be picked up.
Oh, okay.
Just to add that, because not everybody's comfortable. So I just, if you think you might be available or interested, if you can just send me a message and let me know. And then once I have the confirmation, you don't have to say right now. And then once I have further details from the Canadian Language Museum, I will share that with the committee and reach out to whomever is available, if anybody's available.
Okay.
If not, then we will do the Purolator thing and it will just cost us more.
You know where in Toronto it is?
I don't recall off the top of my head. I would have to Google it.
Yeah. Well, I can talk to you about that tomorrow, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
And Bella's got her hand up there, just in case you can't see her.
No, I can't see her. Oh, there you are.
So Alice, you were saying what date? October 1st?
No, the week we have it for the week of September 29th through October 3rd. So we have it that whole week. So I just have to confirm with them what day we can pick it up and what day it needs to be returned. So I'm making the presumption that it's either going to be the Friday before the 29th so that we have it on the 29th. And then we have it until the 3rd. So I'm presuming then it would have to be returned on the Monday or around those dates. But I'm just waiting for that confirmation from them.
I know on the 3rd I'm gone, but I can possibly help some other way.
Okay.
Like October 1st, you're saying? No, September. I don't know. Wait. Okay, yeah, I know the other date you said was okay on my calendar.
Okay, so like I said, once I've had that conversation
Okay.
with them, I'll just reach back out to them and then I'll send the email to the whole committee and then you can respond accordingly. I'll just say, hey, we're looking for somebody either on this date or this date to do a pickup and somebody on this date or this date to do a drop off.
Mhm.
But I just wanted to get it back fresh on everybody's minds.
Yeah. Okay. Any new business anybody has?
Sorry, I was talking to the girl that runs Streams.
Oh, yeah.
and she's doing some art shows there. And we just sort of were bouncing around ideas of maybe next year doing that art show that we talked about in conjunction with streams. Is that something we might get better attendance? Or better participation, I guess it is, not
Well,
attendance.
they've been there before. But it doesn't mean that they can't come again, but they have been in the gallery.
No, I'm talking about the art show that we were gonna do in June for the kids.
Oh, okay, for the kids, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought you were talking about having them put on.
No.
Okay.
Anyways, it was just something I was gonna throw out there. If anybody had any input on that,
Bella?
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea. So it just, I guess maybe once we get into the new year, we can kind of rehatch it and go from there. But that's a great idea.
Bella?
I agree. That's all I wanted to say, what Lindsay just said.
Okay. Okay, just have to remember to put that on the agenda.
and it has a little bit more of a not a permanent home, but it isn't like set up and tear down on the same day. It could be over a weekend or,
Yeah,
something. So, yeah.
okay, well, if there's no other new business, we can move for adjournment.
I just have one more thing. Can we take a
Oh, sure.
picture in front of that thing? The curling club thing, if that's all cleared up?
When do you want to do
I want all of us to wear solid color and go whenever we can.
that?
Next meeting, day late hours, best lighting, get a photographer from the town. I mean, is
Want me
Lindsay
to do
still
it
cleared
on a
up?
weekend or something?
Yeah, we could. And whenever everyone here is free, it has to be all 6 of us here.
Yeah,
Yep. It's tricky. Weekends might not be too bad. It's just sooner rather than later, I guess. Like we have a tournament this weekend that I'll be away at for hockey, but hockey hasn't ramped up too much yet. So yeah, just maybe throw out some options and I'll see if I've got availability. Another option is before it gets too late in the year and it starts getting dark at 6 o'clock. Usually I'm done work between 6:30, so I could kind of run quickly up for that if it was an evening thing. During the day, I can usually try and do something between like 12:30 and 2:30, because that's usually kind of lunch break / workout break time. But yeah, just if you've got kind of when you might be available, then throw out some dates, Bella, and we can all maybe cross-reference.
yeah, so she just sent a little note there. So if we get Alice to send us an email and give us a couple of options, like early in the day, midday, late day, which ones are first, second, third choice, and then we can figure out something. Okay, so if that's everything, does anybody have anything they want to talk about, or they want to just end the meeting? If not, we
I'll
can
move
get,
to adjourn.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And seconded by,
I can second it. Oh,
okay.
Okay, good, Bella.
Good.
Is that? Okay. So we're done for the night.
okay.
Okay.